Chicken Views, The People Choose, and Pete's Photo Fuse. Coming up today on The Point.
I don't get that one.
Photo fuse? What is that?
Qu'est-ce que tu vas me faire? Tu me fais pas peur. Plus de souper avec tes parents.
Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How is everybody today? To all our American viewers, happy Thanksgiving and happy Black Friday. And I still say, because Canada celebrates Black Friday. Actually, somebody told me
just love a deal.
I just got some
UK.
skates for Black Friday.
The what?
I just got some new skates on for Black Friday.
Yeah,
Did you
Okay.
check the price before
Okay.
Black Friday sales? Because they
But-
jack up the prices and then they go on sale and they're not really sales.
No, these ones are regular, like
Here's
$800.
the thing.
What's up?
Black Friday is Black Friday because it's the day after Thanksgiving Thursday.
course, people
If
are
you don't
shopping.
have Thanksgiving Thursday, you can't have Black Friday. So why does Canada have Black Friday if they don't have Thanksgiving Thursday?
For
We're
deals.
a capitalist society.
We're
deals.
better than America.
Anyway.
People love shopping and
Talking
money.
point number one, chicken dance. Back in the news, ChickFilA. I was afraid that if we had that as the talking point name, they would do that. Someone would do that. So ChickFilA is back in the news because they have announced that they will no longer give money to LGBTQ organizations. They said the president and chief operating
You mean
officer,
anti?
Tim Tassopoulos, said there's no question we know that as we go into new markets, we need to be clear about who we are. There are lots of articles and newscasts about Chick-fil-A, and we thought we needed to be clear about our message, so they won't be giving money to organizations like the Salvation Army and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes anymore.
Too little, too late, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I basically feel that way.
But good for
Where
you.
they're trying to right their wrongs, isn't that?
No, they're just trying
No.
to not actively continue to
Yeah.
do wrong.
They
That's
just-
not righting the wrong.
Right.
Like, are they supporting
They just wanna make more money,
LGBTQ
essentially.
charities?
Yeah,
like,
if they were like putting money into like LGBT things, then yeah, I'd be like, good, awesome, good for you. But you're not.
Well, but other, or I mean, is McDonald's, is Burger King, is Popeyes, are they giving money to LGBTQ?
were they giving
Were they
money
giving
to
money?
anti-LGBT?
No, but my question is, and this feeds into,
Feeds into,
evangelist Franklin Graham, evangelist Franklin Graham actually caught, he was so angry, and conservatives are so angry about this.
Oh, livid.
That Franklin Graham called the CEO of Chick-fil-A, and then Franklin Graham made a statement that Dan was very clear that they have not bowed to anyone's demands, including the LGBTQ community. In my opinion,
Demands are being treated like human beings.
Yeah.
Well-
what a demand.
that Chick-fil-A remains committed to Christian values. And this is Graham continuing. In my opinion, the gay movement won't ever be happy with Chick-fil-A unless they were open on Sunday, gave all their charitable donations to LGBTQ organizations, and flew the rainbow flag over their stores.
I'm done.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
But if Chick-fil-A changed their, I mean, I'm not saying that Chick-fil-A is the ideal corporate citizen now, but I'm saying if that they have stopped giving money to LGBTQ organizations,
right?
to anti-LGBTQ
Yeah.
organizations, if they've stopped giving money to anti-gay organizations, isn't that a good thing?
I think
Yes,
so.
but the reasons behind it.
Step
so
in the right
why
direction.
are they doing it?
Okay. Why do you think they are changing this?
Well, because they want more people to go there, and if all of the LGBT community is like saying no, then some might change their minds and start eating there if they
So-
say that they're not
So,
donating. then.
is it okay then to you? I mean, you were joking about Black Friday, where we live in a capitalist society. Well, that is the case. So, if a company like Chick-fil-A, which had anti-gay policies, then changes it to have sort of gay neutral policies, which most
Only
corporations
happening because
do.
they're making a stink about, like, we're making such a big
Okay,
thing
so
about
they're
it now.
listening. So they're listening to the
Yeah.
community and changing their strategy.
Yeah, isn't that a step in the right
Why
direction?
would they not have changed it like 10 years ago?
Okay, but also like, I don't trust you, so like only time will tell.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in
Not
like
going to
6
change
months.
anything.
Okay,
Because
but
like how many companies, stop supporting like Fox News when all the Fox News stuff happened? They're like, okay, we won't, we won't put like advertisements and stuff onto that thing, and then 6 months later they're back.
And it's
because
probably
people
not even
forgot
about
it and they've
us.
moved on.
It's about straight people. So it's like, oh, a straight person's going and they might feel bad about going or maybe won't because their friend is gay. And now they have no reason to say, no, I'm not going to go. So they're just getting more straight people on their side.
Fucking straight people.
I hate straight people.
when an organization or a person or a politician who is anti-gay for a long time then comes out and says, you know what, for whatever reason, I'm changing my ways, I'm changing my position, I'm changing my point of view because of I'm evolving or whatever.
Yeah, but they have to show
Shouldn't
you
that
that that's
be-
their truth and not just like do it just because everyone is talking shit about it.
I think it definitely matters the difference between a politician doing that,
Yeah.
someone who's affecting policy, and a corporation, which is, almost any corporation has been shown time and time again to be liars, and they just say
No,
what
and
they
they
need to
wanna
say
make
who's
money.
not true. And so I think it does matter what the difference is, because I think a politician who evolves on an issue or changes their mind or whatever is an important thing, and is something that we should recognize and be happy about, because it is progress for society.
Yeah, but they're just
I don't
doing
think
it
I
for
agree
votes.
with it as much for a corporation.
Yeah, I mean, I think
could
Tito
say
makes a good point. I mean, a politician.
I don't believe that either.
Yeah, they may not believe it in their core,
It's all PR.
but it's PR to get votes.
course.
So isn't this just
same.
PR to get dollars for chicken?
Well, I guess it's
course.
just the same thing that Tito said. Once they show us,
Which
then there you go. Like a politician that actively pursues equality legislation, great. Then
And
now
so
I
you
believe
know,
you. So we'll see.
dollars for chicken is also Tito's favorite bar.
You need to sit
Yes.
But here,
So like I bring chicken and I get money? Like
no, you are chicken, and you get money.
Do you mean cheap cock?
Chicken is a young gay guy. Never mind.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't. I learned something new every day on this show.
that must be an old term.
Chicken and chicken hawks? Never mind.
What's a chicken hawk?
A chicken hawk is
an
like
old-
is an elderly gay man.
So
who's
what's
going,
like middle?
Me. Well, here, if you want to make fun of Chick-fil-A, here's the way to do it. So, to celebrate their chicken sandwich, they had a big promotion for National Sandwich Day, which was November 3rd. Unbeknownst to Chick-fil-A, after they started this social media campaign, go to Chick-fil-A and celebrate National Sandwich Day. November 3rd, National Sandwich Day, was a Sunday. And of course, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Because it's, as they say, it's their way of honoring God.
the one that doesn't exist. Awesome.
But even regardless of that point, if there was a
get
God,
to it.
God also made gay people, and therefore should love
But we're
everyone equally.
abomination.
And God also made chickens.
Yes.
I don't know
We need
about
to
that
eat
one.
those.
Ponder that. But for now, it's time for Tito's midpoint.
No mercy, baby.
Hello. This week we're playing On Point, and it's, of course, fashion from the People's Choice Awards.
I think this
year.
is the loudest you've ever been on
I
the
know.
show.
It is.
Probably because I'm not hungover for once.
For once.
Weird.
That's on point.
So, we are starting with the fashion icon of the night,
100
Gwen
million %.
Stefani.
Thousands.
Oh, I like
It doesn't, it kind of doesn't look like her.
I know.
Oh, it kind of looks like a diaper in
She's
the middle.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that was Gwen Stefani, but I love the outfit.
What are you guys trying to say?
I mean, she looks good. It just
She
The
had
face
work
looks
done?
different.
it kind of looks like that.
She's always looked like that. She just has more makeup on. Yeah.
Maybe.
I love
Okay,
it.
I mean, she looks good. So
She looks
there
great.
you go.
Let's keep going. We have Zendaya.
Always on point. I love Zendaya.
Beautiful. Stunning.
very nice.
Gorgeous. What do you have to say? Fred?
On point.
Oh.
She looks good.
She likes it.
100%.
Yeah.
She likes that.
Next, we have star of Riverdale, KJ Appa, who can murder my vagina any day.
He's too religious for that.
Wild.
Honestly,
he's all about Jesus.
Normally there aren't this many great fashions
Yeah.
in a row in
Such
these
a
segments.
cute,
This
cute
is
little
fan-
pink look.
Great.
Yeah, he looks good.
I like it.
Next, we have my favorite funny girl, Kat Dennings.
I don't know what's.
Is she trying to be funny in that dress? Because it's not working out.
I
I
think
feel like it's
super
a weird
cute.
photo, but I'm gonna say on point.
I really like it. I like her, but I don't like that.
I feel like it's a Salvador Dali painting that she's wearing.
Yes,
I don't
that's kinda what it looks
like
like.
it.
I think it's cute. Also,
Maybe if there was a different background, I might
check
like
out
it.
a different background will change everything. Check out her show on Hulu. It's called Dollface. It's hilarious. That's my plug.
That's a good
Next, we
plug.
have Bretman Rock, who you people probably don't know, but he won Beauty Influencer that
You're calling
night.
you people.
All of
Beauty
you people.
influencer?
Fired, and you're going down.
I don't.
What is a beauty influencer?
Like a
Someone who
makeup-
doesn't work and has an Instagram account?
You know how beautiful you are? He influenced that.
No, he did not.
He has his own
No,
set
that's-
of makeup stuff in
that's-
stores, and
I'm gonna,
Okay, if
I'm
he's
gonna-
got stuff
I'm
in
gonna
stores,
say, yeah,
if there's a real
No.
product.
I think it's funky.
No,
I think it's fun.
He's trying to be Billy Porter, and he's just not.
Who's Billy Porter?
You know, the
guy who wore like
elegant black man.
Yeah.
with-
Oh, that guy. Yes,
Yeah.
that guy's the
he's
best guy.
just
ever.
a gay man on a red carpet.
You're a gay man, a red
Why are you
carpet.
generalizing the gays?
Okay, next.
Fight!
Next, we have Lisa Rinna. She is a housewife, for those who
I
don't
hate her
know.
face.
Oh,
gross! You look great.
What did you do to your
I love the dress. but
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god, your face looks so stupid.
We're doing just the fashion, right?
Fashion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say on point.
Your
I
dress
like
is
this
great.
dress. I
Your
think it
face
could work
sucks.
on someone.
What's happening to the sleeves?
It does look like she.
It looks like if I went
Maybe
over and
she
held it and it ripped it,
wasn't
I could
making
just
that
go right
face.
looks
down.
like she saw it in the window and couldn't resist.
You ever watch In Living Color back in the day?
yeah, of
Jamie
course.
Foxx's one character? Like, let me show you something.
There's
Okay, yeah.
so much eye makeup.
Now, it's the makeup is off.
I
point.
like the dress. I think
Yeah.
it's fun, and I'm on board with all the
You're
people's
so
choice
positive
fashion
today,
so far.
Doug. Way to go, man.
Okay, Tito.
Next, we have Storm Reed. I think she looks so great.
Ruin the streak.
You ruined it.
What?
What is this?
That
Beautiful.
is awful.
It's like when you
100%.
color on the edge of a pad of paper, and then it's got that.
You know how you wear.
I'm not putting anything up for this one.
It's like she's got it's too much in the places where it should be less, and too little in the places where there should be.
No, you're accentuating your hips and your
Number of
shoulders.
times I've heard that
Do you know anything about fashion,
I
Fred?
No, Joan Collins accentuated her shoulders. This is not.
We're not in Dynasty right now, okay?
Okay.
Joan
I feel like if I
Collins?
dropped acid, that would make sense.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what's the dress
I
and
don't
what's an
know what-
optical illusion.
They would
I
move
don't
like a
know.
cartoon accordion.
Somebody
you know?
was paid to design this dress?
Well, they didn't do a good job.
Ooh.
Fashion honey.
Oh, God. Next.
Next, we have Jeremy Scott, who is a fashion
streamers.
designer.
It looks like streamers. That's what it was.
I-
Bunched up streamers.
What is this?
He's a pure,
Who is this guy?
Who is this?
Jeremy Scott is a fashion, he's Moschino.
He's what?
He's a mosquito? What? I don't know what you're saying.
You don't have a front and back shot.
The
do
fashion
you?
designer.
Oh, he's a fashion designer.
Maybe he
well,
should go back
then
to school.
You'd think he'd look better.
This looks like
Okay.
something Tito would wear.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I could
The
see
harness-
Like
you.
a
No.
Friday night. I like
No,
a Friday night.
it's a
yeah.
little bit. It's like
Too much. Too much.
It's like
Too many clothes.
I
Too
can't
gay for me.
decide.
It's too gay.
I can't decide if I'm going to a black tie event or a leather event. So I'll just dress for both.
Is it a bow on the back?
It's
Yeah, it's a big ass.
oh.
It's a,
Without the bow,
because his
I would
ass
like
is a
it.
present.
Aw.
Okay, 50-50. I like that.
Next.
50-50.
I don't know what's happening to his
fun.
face though.
Next, we have Kelsey Ballerini.
Nice.
She looks good.
Hold on. Is it because she's attractive that we like this outfit?
Right? Judge the
Or
fashion.
is it the fashion? Because I feel
No,
like
but
I don't
this-
know.
The fashion's not
The
great.
fashion. No, I like it because it accentuates the positive of her. Like, it fits her. Like the other one, it didn't look like it fit her. But this looks
This
like
does
it fits
Straight out of the 80s. I love it.
It does seem playful. I like the playfulness, but in a not like I want to die way that the other one.
It looks like she's trying to put on a kid's tutu and she can't get it
loofah.
all the way down. A loofah, yes.
But any sexy
is
costume
gorgeous.
to a straight guy that a woman wears, it's just basically a child's costume. Like, just wear like a kid's Batman suit, and all of a sudden it's a slutty Batman suit. Like,
All right.
Words of wisdom for straight men.
And finally, we have, of course, my Queen Kardashian family.
I have nothing to
I
say about
actually
this.
do like all of
They look
these
great.
outfits.
They look
There
great.
you go. That's how you react
hate
to
them.
I
this.
hate them, but I like the outfits. I
They
think
look
they all work in their own way.
Kim looks fucking.
Actually,
The slutty Beetlejuice, I like it.
Chloe looks
It's
stunning.
Chris looks good. Chris looks very elegant.
Okay, Mom.
Wait, who's the second
She
from the
does.
left?
She does look
Courtney?
Great.
Is that
Court.
Courtney?
Yeah,
I do
it's
like that.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, elegant, elegant slutty Beetlejuice. I like it.
Elegant juice. Yeah. Please welcome to
Kim,
the stage.
Kim looks like that's great.
I'm just trying to keep from
that-
vomiting.
that's-
They all
God
look great.
bless.
Great. Well,
Thanks,
thank you,
Tito.
Tito,
You're welcome.
for today's fashionable midpoint.
I scream a lot during these.
No mercy, baby.
Hello and well. What?
All right,
Hello and welcome to the.
everybody
We did
reset.
that.
The beginning, middle, and end starts with hello.
Yeah, literally.
And now it's time for talking point number 2. Woke up. Okay, so Pete Buttigieg has surged ahead in polling in Iowa for the Iowa caucuses. That's the first in the nation caucus or primary.
Cockeye?
The Cockeye. And he's also surging in New Hampshire as well. He's still far behind in South Carolina. Joe Biden leads there.
Okay, get to the point.
That would be the name of the show.
Have you done all of the background, or do you actually need to hear this to know what we're talking about?
Tell me.
What did you
Tell me
read?
your view.
Oh no, what's the point? What is the point? Is what I'm getting at.
The point is, number 1, if he's leading, in Iowa,
Yes.
is
He's gonna be the president.
No.
will he be the nominee?
No.
And should he be the nominee?
No.
And
Not
can
at
he
all.
win as president? In fact, a poll came out showing the kind of 50-50 whether or not the country is ready for a gay president. 44% say the country is not ready for a gay president.
I'm not ready for a gay president.
40% say, why not?
We live in a different country.
Exactly. I don't even have a president.
Now, there was a big reaction when I said, will he be the nominee? Should he be the nominee? Thoughts?
He's pulling 0% with African Americans, and you can't win without their support.
That is
not
the
gonna happen.
most problematic thing. I to the point of should he be the nominee, i.e., should he be president? He is my number 2 choice. My number 1 choice is Warren.
Warren will never win against Trump.
Oh, I think
I don't know that I believe
Never
that.
win.
You don't think Bernie
But-
could? You don't think Bernie could have won
I
against
think
Trump
Bernie would have a better shot than Warren.
because she's a woman?
Probably.
Bernie has appeal to blue collar workers. Warren does not. You said Buttigieg has.
Which is ironic because she has more of a blue collar upbringing
But
than
it
anyone.
doesn't matter. She's a Harvard professor now, Massachusetts. That's her image. Bernie has always had support among blue collar independents and Republicans in Vermont. He speaks their language, much like Joe Biden does, which is why Joe Biden is still leading in national polls.
So here's my quick
bad.
thing. I would like Warren. I think she would
I
be
love
fantastic. But on the other, part of me honestly is worried. Bernie had a heart attack, and that's scary. There's obviously something there, and that's something that could be problematic. It's very difficult to be president. But I think any of them would be fantastic as
No,
president. to be
any
honest.
of the Democrats except Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, obviously. And then Buttigieg is my second pick because honestly, I think we need some young blood. I think we need somebody who is intelligent, who is, has a viewpoint beyond their own, who can reinvigorate the party, and someone who's, 38 years
37.
old? 37 years old, can do that. And that's it's kind of like if it wasn't him, I would like an AOC,
She
Alexandria.
would never win. She'd have less of a chance than Warren.
Well, also, she's not old enough to win.
To
even run.
To run.
She's great.
I love her.
Okay, but this brings us to something that former President Obama said this week. What? No, wait, why? Okay, you hate Obama?
I don't hate Obama.
Why
I thought he did okay.
Why does Obama?
Obama led us to Trump. Sorry.
Yeah, because he's black, and people had a reaction against the fact that he's black, and the whole birther thing. That's what led to Trump.
I
Obama
also
didn't lead
think
to
he said-
Trump. Fox News led to Trump. Let's be very clear. It was not Obama and his policies and
yeah.
where he guided the country and literally anything that he did as president
don't
or
agree
as a
with that.
person.
The only thing that led
it
to Trump was
the-
stupid.
I don't agree with that.
Well,
Let's get
okay.
it right.
First of all, keep in mind, Hillary got more votes, almost 3 million more votes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go by the popular vote, Hillary won the election.
Mm-hmm.
Trump won the Electoral College.
Which is why I have
because of
hope that
Pennsylvania,
Warren could win.
Wisconsin, and Michigan. Now, Obama, what he said was basically a wake-up call to the woke, which is don't blow this, don't have a purity test where you have a candidate who agrees with you 80, 90% of the time, but you're not going to support them because you don't agree with them 100% of the time, which is what happened in 2016.
Especially
a
when that
number of
10% is not fundamental foundational issues either.
Right. So, I mean, the reason why Jill Stein got the vote that she got was because there were people who said, well, Hillary is just as bad as Trump. Hillary is a corporatist. Hillary is blah, blah, blah. Well, you still agree with Hillary more than 50% of the time. So what's better, Trump or Hillary? I'm still, I mean, if Joe Biden is the nominee.
God help us.
Well, but why do you say that?
Because I think it's you're leading back to what the root of the problem was.
What's the root of the problem?
People can't fucking feed their families. They can't pay their bills. They can't do anything, and that is part of where people got to.
And
So
so-
they thought they were like going to get change with Trump because they didn't want to vote for Hillary because Hillary was the establishment. She wasn't going to change anything. So they voted for Donald Trump because they thought he would actually do something. He didn't. Majority of people knew he didn't. He wasn't going to. But they did it anyways. And a lot of Bernie supporters went to Trump.
Yeah, 'cause
But
that's literally the point of what he's making here that Fred is talking about is Trump is clearly the antithesis of what Bernie is. And the one that's like 85, 90% of what Bernie is, or 75, 80%, whatever you want to say. Just because your guy didn't get in, you're going to be a petulant child and go for the clear evil choice instead of the one that's like basically as good or at least very clearly the right choice here.
But people are pissed. People are pissed. They just went through 8 years of Obama. Nothing changed for people in the middle of that country.
That's
so
not true.
That's not true. I agree with Doug. That's not true.
Okay, then you
Obamacare.
literally ask all of the Trump
Obamacare.
supporters.
Obamacare
It is true.
Gave millions of people health insurance that they did not have before. That was fundamental change.
For sure.
I think one of the things that you're talking about, though, is people don't feel like there was a big enough change. That is very different than the reality of all of the things that are better for them.
Sure, I'm just telling you what people say, man. That's all I got.
Okay, yes, there are some people, yes, there were Bernie bros who wouldn't vote for Hillary regardless. I think that's not thinking things through. I think that's very emotional and petulant, to use your word. But we have to be smart and we have to be strategic. And right now, even with gaffes, even with his age, he is the one, Joe Biden is the one who speaks the most to blue-collar America. And those are the voters who Hillary lost. If Hillary would have gotten those voters, she would be president right now. I really like Pete Buttigieg, but I agree with you. I'm afraid.
Does Biden really, though, or is it just that blue-collar workers aren't paying as much attention to politics and therefore they know the name Biden more?
But they
He's
have
got
always
incredible
seen
name
him.
recognition.
Yes, very
but
much
they've
so.
always seen him as one of their own. Right? I mean, Tim Ryan, who was in the race, dropped out of the race, congressman from Ohio, a working class part of Ohio, he endorsed Biden simply because he said Biden is the one who can speak to the voters in his district. Anyway, I like Buttigieg. It makes me a little bit nervous, although I think he's great. Warren makes me really nervous.
I love her.
But I like her, but And I would love to see, Kate McKinnon continuing to
Yes,
do
that would
her impression on
be
SNL.
great.
But here's something, speaking of Buttigieg, okay, so here's something that's a little weird. Here's a photo of Buttigieg, and this was taken a few years ago at the Berlin Holocaust Memorial, and it was taken and posted by his husband, Chasten.
Chasen.
Chasen. Like chaste, I guess. But he posted this photo in 2017 with the caption, "This guy."
Why is this only coming out now again? Fuck.
Well, why is
what
it coming out now?
politicians do.
Because he's surging in the polls, and
They're trying
Why
to
did
knock him out.
why did the Trudeau blackface stuff come up 20 years later,
Right.
just as an election was happening?
So, like,
because
this
the
was on his,
conservatives
what,
went through every
Instagram?
bit of his
Instagram
background
in
to try to bring
2017.
it back.
Actually,
And
it was
people
on
didn't
Chasen's
see this
Instagram.
before? Like,
but now people are coming at the woke people are going after him because this is disrespectful to the Holocaust.
I think this is one of those things that's a waste of time and energy. I think
Why is this
that-
disrespectful? Sorry, I'm.
Well, it's not, is the thing. People say it's disrespectful because you're taking a photograph at a war memorial, at a Holocaust memorial. So the thing that's disrespectful are the people who do yoga poses
Right,
and fucking duck face and disrespectful things at war memorials and Holocaust memorials and things like that. This is a photograph of someone. There's a conversation to be had of whether any photograph should ever be taken at a war memorial or a Holocaust memorial. I keep mixing up what I'm saying here, but I think this is one of those waste of time distractions and not an important thing.
And
it's not
Tito,
disrespectful
you had a thought about this when we were talking about this before the show.
I mean, I'm not offended by these things, so I don't really give a shit. But in this case, there's nothing wrong with it. He's not doing anything bad. He's just standing there.
He's serious
Like,
as
if
hell. Looks like
he's there for a specific reason, like to actually reflect and all of whatever you do at a Holocaust memorial, then I think it's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he's
think
not-
He's not doing
it would
parkour
be-
on
yeah,
anything.
it would-
Like,
It looks like somebody just called his name and then he turned around.
It's a somber photo. I mean, there are photos out there on Instagram and stuff of people at things like war memorials, Holocaust memorial, of people going like, that's
and literally
disrespectful.
doing
Super
yoga
disrespectful.
poses, doing parkour,
that's
doing like
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
I think
things.
a somber photo. Would I take a photo of myself at the Holocaust memorial? Probably not.
But
He's not taking a photo of himself. Somebody took
But
a
it's
photo
a-
of
Don't
him.
people take pictures at like 9/11 and all those places?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But people
I have, for one.
but people also went after Chasen for posting the photo and being like, "Ooh, this is that guy,
His
my
caption
husband."
was like-
Yeah, they went after. him
Well,
for
all
the
he said
caption.
was this guy, right? That's
Yeah,
all he
right.
said.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, again, it's not like hashtag vacation goals, hashtag gonna suck his dick later. Like it just says this guy. Like
This guy.
this is the definition of a manufactured outrage in this particular case.
As someone who is Jewish, a lot of Jewish activists came for him about this. You know what? Gays were put into concentration camps as well. He is a gay man, so he has ownership over a piece of memorializing the Holocaust. So he is allowed to post a photo like this.
Now, if you use it as his Grindr profile picture,
That would be a
different.
problem. Yes. Don't use it as your Grindr photo.
No.
But speaking of Grindr, Tito, Bop of the Week.
Excuse me, I'm not on there.
Oh, sorry, Scruff.
Bob of the Week is Segala, featuring Ella Henderson. It's called We Got Love.
Ooh, Ella Henderson, I love her.
She's great.
Oh, there you go. Well, thank you. And of course, if you want to help us out, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/thepointguys. If you really want to help us out, and the holidays are coming up, we can always use a gift. Go to our crowdfunding site. Oh, I didn't do that.
I
Okay,
skipped
I'll come
it.
back to it. Go to our crowdfunding site. That's at Patreon, patreon.com/thepointguys. Going back to being on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, but then also hit the bell icon So that you're notified every time a new episode is available. With him, it like gives him blue balls if he doesn't ring the bell
It's
when I
true.
say that. Yeah. Our audio podcast is also on iTunes. Check us out there. And let us know what you think about the controversial Pete Buttigieg photo and about the Democratic race for president.
And the Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
And Chick-fil-A sandwiches. And anything you want to talk to us about. At The Point Guys on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you all.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you. We have a new show every Tuesday. So we will see you next Tuesday on The Point.
I didn't say anything.
I will ever